Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, Episode 12. I'm your host, Taylor, and this week I'm joined by Andrew.
Hey, guys.
Anthony.
Keen as.
And this week we are welcoming back to the program, Aidan.
I'm back. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. So, Aidan, why don't you remind the viewers what you do over at Culture of Gaming?
I write. That's my contribution right now. I write. I give my hot takes and post them on the website.
Awesome. What's the latest thing you've written?
Should be coming up soon. I just finished writing it. It's the question of whether Disney should go back into like being an active force in the video games like they were back in the 2000s.
Okay. Okay. That's wow. No, seriously, good topic. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to reading that. What about one that's been released so far? That's
the most recent one I released was talking about all the ports on Switch and why they're actually a good, like, I know people complain about them, but they actually are a good thing for the overall system and the overall future of Nintendo.
Okay, I would agree with that sentiment as well. Awesome. So we have, of course, an incredible show lined up for you guys. As usual, we'd like to start off with some news topics. So, Ark, or speaking of Switch ports, rather, Ark Survival Evolved, the dinosaur version of Rust, basically, is getting a Switch port.
Ooh. Are they going to keep it in like early access for as long as what they did with the Xbox version?
I have no idea. But my first question is, Ark can be run on the Switch?
It's a pretty old game, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it's so unoptimized. Yeah. So, any of you guys play Ark? Yes, no.
I have not.
Okay.
I played it. Yeah, go on, sorry, Andrew.
No, I've just seen a little bit of it.
Okay.
I played it for like an hour when you could download the trial version of it for the Xbox One.
Okay.
I kept dying, so I very promptly gave up.
Oh no.
But yeah, I don't know. It depends. Entirely depends on how they implement it on the Switch, really.
Okay. Yeah, the only experience I have with Ark is playing it when it first hit Steam. So,
Okay.
yeah. But then the whole like survival crafting genre doesn't really hit me too well.
No.
So, yeah.
Me neither.
It's when I was in 7th grade, I dumped way too many hours into Minecraft to really be interested in survival crafting anymore. So, yeah. Anyway.
It is cool though.
It is. Yeah.
It's very
And it's
popular.
it's kind of like a game where you just sit in I think I watched a Twitch stream or something on it a couple of years ago, and this guy was just sitting in this house that he built, and he kept like going out killing this dinosaur that kept coming up, and it was like kind of like a glitch in the game. So it was just sitting there for an hour, just killing random dinosaurs and crafting stuff. So it looked pretty boring, I suppose.
Okay.
I may be like just ignorant, but is it an online game that you play with other players?
It can be.
Okay.
I think there's you can go into like single player survival and crafting and whatnot, and then I also know for a fact that there is a multiplayer they can do co-op with.
Okay. So that's because I guess I always wonder how these multiplayer games would work on Switch because it is a portable, well, not a dedicated portable, but a lot of people use it as a portable system.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I did not think of that. So this will probably be a game to tie in with the Nintendo Online service that's gonna be coming out later this year. So add that to the roster. And all right, so excited for Ark on the Switch because I'm really not. It's gonna get a pass for me. Aidan? Do you think this is positive? Contribute to Switch ports?
I mean, I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, any high-profile game the Switch can get would never be bad for the system. I think the more and more third-party releases it gets is only better.
Awesome. So just keep them coming. Yeah. All right. So next topic of the day, PUBG. So the battle royale game that's at war with Fortnite, the other big battle royale game. Who although PUBG can't really get a working port on the Xbox or a playable port on the Xbox, they've been able to get a playable port onto mobile So last week we talked a bit about the Fortnite mobile app going into beta, which they were being super, super liberal with the beta invites. I even got one, having only like 2 hours in the game played.
Mm-hmm.
And so PUBG Mobile is here.
Interesting. I thought they were planning on only taking it to China or something.
Yeah, that was the first article when we did first talk about this even more weeks ago. The article that wrote this did say that it was going to be an exclusive release for China, but it has hit the rest of the world now.
Interesting.
This is made. If I remember, because I was there when we talked about it. Is it made by a different studio, or is it the same people working on this mobile version? Do we know?
Really quick, who just died?
I don't know. Just
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can't stop laughing.
Okay, Aidan, what was your question? Yeah, and I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened. Was it? Did the article say it was a different studio working on it?
I
think it was the same guys.
Yeah.
Porting it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
But who knows with like mobiles.
Yeah, there's a chance that they could have hired like another company to do a port. It's fairly common in the PC gaming industry where, and you can go look at Warner Brothers. Are kind of notorious for this. For their PC ports, they like to hire another company to do the PC port. So, even though the way it should be is that it should be developed on PC and then ported to consoles, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah.
Have you guys played this at all? The mobile PUBG?
No, I've been scared to.
I've never played
so
PUBG at all.
I haven't played it. I have been playing a lot of regular PUBG lately, but what I've heard about this version is that a lot of people are doing really well. There are a lot of people like, oh, like I'm doing really well on the phone. I don't know why. I'm getting like dinner after like two matches.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that there are a ton of bots in the beginning. So like they didn't tell anybody, but populated with a ton of like just guys in like red shirts just like running straight at you, and but it's very obvious that there are bots.
Yeah.
A lot of them. So it's pretty crazy that like without telling you they're just bots. Which I'm not sure how I feel about. Like it's kind of an interesting way to like get people playing the game and like not being like, well, I'm just getting murdered right away, so whatever, I play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
suppose
just
it might be a
weird.
way of them, kind of putting people into it and making them get used to the mechanics on the mobile version, and then slowly dropping real people in. Might be a way of doing it.
Yeah, I think they said once you hit like level 10 is when it really starts to like ramp up with like I guess there's a level system. I'm not sure how it exactly works, but once you get to like level 10, then it's like all players, regular players.
Okay.
Interesting.
Is this cross-platform play? Because I know the Fortnite mobile version is this one.
No, I just think it's mobile only.
Okay. Wow, that must be interesting to see. Just a bunch of people trying to use touch controls to aim at each other.
It probably will make it easier to play because I played the PUBG. I mean, I wasn't here to talk about it. I played the Fortnite mobile and I died real quick.
Understandable. Yeah. Again, a few of my buddies are really into Fortnite. They play it almost every night, and they were talking about how it's really obvious if someone is on a mobile platform to play Fortnite. Like even their movements are fairly sporadic, just based on whether or not their connection is the greatest or not. So
it's really hard to control. Maybe not hard to control. It's hard to move.
Okay.
And turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it's really fun when you're playing against people on consoles and PC too.
Yeah, maybe I'll download the Fortnite thing, just see how it is. I don't really like the game in general, but that's just me.
I mean, it runs surprisingly well.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That it's like okay. So is Fortnite Mobile, is that only on iOS or?
Yeah.
It's iOS and it's invite only.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Got it. So
I think PUBG is iOS only as well.
Okay. That would kind of make sense.
Open download, right?
Yeah, that's open. And I've heard it's also odd, like you have to search specifically for like PUBG Mobile. Otherwise you're gonna get like the Fortnite app or something like other stuff.
Fair enough.
That's great.
Cross marketing right there.
Yeah. Android port when? Anyway, so
never.
Yeah. All right.
Don't want it, go away.
It's a pain to develop for Android, so I don't blame them. I'm just surprised they're able to get like iPhone working, honestly. But anyway, so moving on from that, E3 this year getting more and more hype, especially for Nintendo. There's gonna be a Smash Brothers tournament at E3. Andrew,
Ooh.
Andrew, you going?
No,
No. Okay.
no. I want to go to E3. I hope that all works out, but we'll see. Last time we did the last time Nintendo did the Smash Bros tournament, it was like an invite only thing. So I'm not sure what they're doing exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure on the explicit details of this either. Although I do believe it's for the latest Smash or the announced Smash, not the Wii U
Switch
Smash
version.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting though too, because it's like you're gonna let's put a tournament for a game no one's ever played before.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at least we think.
It's cool marketing. I think it's interesting marketing.
Yeah.
Because it is coming out this year, obviously. So it's like a great way to promote it. They're probably gonna go. It may not be their big fall game, but it will be a huge game for them. So they're probably gonna go all out on promoting it. And what better time than E3 and to get people actually playing it?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is kind of like making me think maybe it might be a port now though, because I don't know, the way they usually like announce characters is like really slowly and like over time.
Mm-hmm.
But if they just are like, hey, here's the game, and these are all the characters you can play as, that'd be weird, but not normally what they do. So I don't know.
To be fair, but there was a longer gap between when the Wii U one was announced versus when it came out. Like, this is only a few months, so they really don't have the time to slowly release information like they did the last time. I mean, who knows? No one knows what this game's going to be. Sorry.
Yeah.
It could be something where they've just developed like one stage and 4 characters kind of thing, and that's all they've got of the game.
Yeah, let's see. They got
might...
Fox, Falco, Wolf, and Slippy. They all have the same movesets.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they could have characters that are guaranteed, like Luigi, Mario, Bowser, or whoever.
They're probably going to have the Splatoon kids.
Yeah.
Since they're like a big promotion part. They're part of the promotion.
If it was a scaled down version, they'll probably have the Splatoon kids, and they'll also have the all the silhouettes that we saw from the trailer.
Yeah.
Because people have known, I'm pretty sure all the things in the trailer were returning characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, it's a given that like any character who was in the original one in the first ever one is going to be in every Smash game.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Anthony. Did I cut you off? What were you going to say? Before
who was me or Andrew?
Yeah, Anthony.
Well, I mean, it could be pretty easily done. I mean, as far as rebooting one or having a completely separate port, I think they could easily do that.
Mm-hmm.
As Aidan said, it's good marketing, so why not?
Yeah. So it's to be 100-person tournament. I believe that's the detail I read. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun. I hope they live stream it. I really want to see the gameplay, especially if it's from the new one. Either way, I'll probably pick it up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think, what extent of reveal do you think we'll get at the Nintendo briefing?
For Smash?
Yeah, for Smash, yeah. What, do you think they're just going to detail everything and then go on to the tournament, or do you think they'll detail some stuff, have the limited tournament based on a limited game, and then release more as the months go on? Because I'm honestly expecting a fall release for this.
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to release a lot of it. I mean, maybe not all at E3, but because that game, we don't know when it's coming out, but it makes sense to release it along with Nintendo's Online, which I think is September it's coming out. Because I don't think, so maybe around there. So that's only like 2 or 3 months after E3. So
yeah, I
feel like unless they just want to release the game without virtually no one knowing about it, which isn't the smartest idea. So I think, I definitely think that's going to be, if not but definitely one of their big E3 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I reckon they'll probably do the tournament first. So then it's kind of like, hey, here's the game. We haven't released anything. It's still in the dark. What do you think of it? And then kind of be, well, here's the full game afterwards kind of thing. Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be, as far as the tournament's concerned, if it's going to be like major publications that are going to be invited, or if it's going to kind of be an open access thing for the first 100 people to apply for it kind of thing.
Yeah, well, okay, so kind of Andrew brought this up too. It was the exclusivity of the event and everything. So if it's 100 people and they get like kind of exclusive with it, I'd imagine it's only people that are prominent in like I believe it's called the Evo League that does all the fighting games, circuit and whatnot.
Scene.
Yeah, the fighting game scene. So imagine it'd be like 100 semi-prominent people, right, from there. So maybe they're using this tournament as almost like a beta test, so to speak, for it. Or get like feedback from the really high level players about, hey, how do you think the game like plays, feels, stuff like that? This is what we got so far. How can we improve it?
That's probably what's going to happen. Maybe some media guys are going to be in there as well.
Okay.
So wouldn't they have to open the whole game up then, if it was going to be like a beta test?
I mean, mechanics are mechanics. Like, they can look at the base stuff and go from there. But yeah, obviously, like one character is clearly better than the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, anything else to say about the tournament? I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Me too.
Hopefully, we see some good like gameplay from it, not just like spamming.
Just spam.
Doesn't make it look great.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
All right. So next topic was actually about Sea of Thieves, but because we're all horrible gamers here, none of us have played it. So we're just moving right along. Cyberpunk 2077, the game that's been like in a constant mode of hype and purgatory for the past 5 years, is rumored that it could be coming to PS5. So this means either one of two things. Either Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have the longest development cycle of any game in history, or two, the PS5 is even closer than we thought it was. Maybe a combination of both.
Well, I mean, I was positive. I've been told that it was like a fake thing that I saw, but about 2 months ago, I saw like a release. I think they took it down about a couple of days after it was released, but there was like a trailer on Reddit for the PS5, and they had like a bit of a demo of it, I suppose, with what it's going to look like and the features on it. And then it was very quickly taken down. So
okay.
I reckon it might be closer than what people are expecting.
Yeah.
I mean, the PS4 came out 5 years ago?
2013.
So I don't think the PS5 is coming like next year or anything, but I definitely think we're gonna start seeing like a tease of it, like we did at E3 before the PS4 announcement. I definitely think it's about time to start seeing, and like at least a tease of the next generation of consoles.
Okay. Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like still wondering if we're gonna still have like PS5s, Xbox 2s, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because of how it's been, because it's just been like going on with these like half-step consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
it was a weird one.
Yeah. So so who knows? Like, because if Cyberpunk comes out, it could be on both consoles. It could run better on one. You know, who knows? We're in an interesting spot right now. So
yeah. So like, there's a ton. When I think we've talked about this on the show before, speculating about when we might see the next console generation. And it's like, there's a ton of factors to bring into this. Okay, so to like kind of gauge the longevity of what we got in the 2013 console cycle. So it's like, Nintendo doesn't really fall into this whole cycle. They do their own thing, okay? You know, so they're trying to be relevant. So we're mostly talking about Microsoft and Sony for this argument. We have execs from both Microsoft and Sony saying that they didn't want this like console generation to be as long as the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
And so there's that to consider. Huh?
Yeah.
Is that 7 years?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, it was a long one.
About 7 years. So we're hitting like 5 right now. We're pretty soon we're hitting 5 for PS4, Xbox One. And but then the argument's going towards like, oh, these might be around for a little while. Are these little like half-step consoles, like, you know, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, right? That's the okay.
Well, I kind of did the same thing with the 360. What was it? 360 Pro or something? What they did?
The
Slim or something?
Yeah, they did the Elite, but that was just like upgraded storage space.
Yeah.
This is the first time really for consoles that we've seen like you can upgrade the hardware specs of a console, so to speak, and like get a better experience based off of it. And
I kind of think back then though it was kind of restricted as far as technology and not being able to do that because they've already got the console. They've just got to kind of build on it.
Yeah.
And the only real thing that they could have done is upgraded storage and kind of the case of the console. In like 2017, 2018, they've got the capacity to take the base console and upgrade it. So I think it's kind of a progression. I reckon that as far as Xbox is concerned, they might have 2 or 3 years left under their belt before we see a new console from them.
Okay.
As far as PlayStation, I reckon I'm going to say next year, to be honest.
Wow.
Really? Okay.
This is something we have. The whole half step has been something we've seen in the handheld. Like we had like Game Boy, like the Game Boy Color, different version of that Nintendo DS, and those were. But then we also had very clearly defined new systems. I don't. And I think it was. I can't remember who. I think it was an Xbox executive said, there will be a new generation of consoles. I can't remember the exact quote. I think this is just a weird. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's just we've never seen it before. And when the PS4 and Xbox One came out, we still did have games appearing on both the PS3 and PS4 at the same time. So that could very well happen with the next generation.
Yeah. The way that I'm kind of starting to like that, I think it might go actually, or it's like the way that I'm thinking that this might end up going is that by this point, just based off, how long Cyberpunk 2077 has been in some degree of significant development time and everything, that I think this is actually more of an indication that the PS5 is a little bit closer than we think. And I wouldn't personally be surprised if we saw either a reveal or tease at E3 this year.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is some irresponsible stuff. And how I think the PS5 will go is that it's going to be fully compatible with PS4 games.
Yep.
Yeah. And it will sort of
really?
and it'll be a step above the and it'll be a step above the PS4 Pro. And so it's like
Sony's actually announced another handheld system as well.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Last week I believe that happened.
I must have missed that one. How about we talk about this? This is interesting. Because the Vita is gathering dust on the metaphorical shelf.
Yeah.
So
I don't have specific details on it. That's the problem. If I hadn't known, then I would have researched it. But there was something. Here we go again. Another like release or teaser trailer of it.
Okay.
And they were saying how they were going to rival the 3DS as far as like a bigger screen kind of thing. It's kind of like a tablet that they're looking at doing.
Okay.
I believe. I'm very vague on facts. Sorry about that, but I'm not too sure what I'm talking about at this stage.
No, it's fine. It's just like, you'd think... Was it one of those, like, another one of the PS5 stuff that you mentioned, like, about it getting taken down or whatever? Or is it... Okay.
I think it was... Well, I think it's still up, so...
Okay.
Because I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to do something to compete with the Switch, but I don't think it would be announced this soon. But I mean...
This is really strange, actually, because, like, this might be bias speaking here, but I see it really hard making a dedicated handheld like console capable of competing with the Switch. I just see it really hard because like.
I do not think Sony would ever is ever gonna make another handheld. That was my opinion.
Yeah. Andrew, what do you?
Yeah.
So it's doomed.
I don't. Yeah, if they do make one, it'll be interesting. I don't think they're going to. Googled it. And, they're not going to do it. So we'll see.
Okay.
I'd say at the most they do like a Switch like hybrid. But that's probably
Anthony,
years from now.
All right.
I think that's kind of what I saw, like a Switch hybrid kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we don't know what you saw in the bowels of Australian internet, so we'll. But anyway, so. Aidan?
I'm just gonna go. Before that was a weird tangent we went on, but I agree. I think Cyberpunk is gonna be revealed at E3. I mean, we've seen CD Projekt Red become a lot more vocal about the game in like the last couple months. So I think a release or a reveal is coming soon.
Okay. How I think it'll go down is so we'll be at the Sony press conference, right? Okay. We're gonna get like a gameplay trailer of or a gameplay or like demo session of Cyberpunk 2077, and then they're gonna say it's like, hey, you like what you saw here? Well, that was all done on the PS5, and they'll like do the cool little unsheathing of the PS4 console, little like shroud or whatever that they were hiding it in, and then
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
It's not like an exclusive, is it? They're just
No, it wouldn't be an exclusive, but like it would be
Yeah.
hype. It'd be hype.
Just probably like aligning themselves like Red Dead and other games have been doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's either that or, Cyberpunk 2077 has just been in development hell for 5 years now.
Yeah.
They say they're working on stuff. I'd really like to believe they're working on stuff, but by this point, to me, Cyberpunk 2077 is kind of like the Winds of Winter of the gaming community. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you know what that means. So, yeah.
I mean, that for me was Kingdom Hearts 3, but that's a different conversation.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got a trailer a few weeks ago, and I literally forgot it existed already. I'm sorry.
It's coming out this year.
I know, but that's what they said like 2 years ago.
Well,
Here we go.
Huh?
We have a theme song. I know. We need to. I can't. I
Okay.
said I was gonna write about Kingdom Hearts, and I was joking, and I can't make that real.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, PS5, everybody, coming to an E3 near you.
Yep.
More money to spend.
Yeah. Oh man, 2018 is gonna be brutal. All right. So next topic. Another new console news: the Atari VCS. So, what is this thing, Andrew?
All right, so I got my handy sheet in front of me. Atari is apparently releasing a new console.
Are we talking about like new console as in like an SNES box like you got, or is it like PS4 competitor console?
Let me refer to my manual. What exactly is the Atari VCS, you ask?
Yes.
The new Atari VCS is a video computer system and platform that lets users enjoy games and the best PC experience on their TV.
I wouldn't have known.
All right.
So this is what they used to be calling the Atari box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of rebranding a name. I guess that was like a code name. But I don't know if you guys saw pictures. It comes like with like a pretty like Xbox looking controller and also a like old school Atari like stick and button as well. So that's a little weird but interesting. The interesting stuff is here, yeah, when he's talking about like the retro consoles, it says a complete new device. It will be much more apparent than other retro boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have like a store on there where you can buy stuff.
Okay. I know where this is going, actually. It's basically, or it's like, I think the gist of it is going to be like, remember the old Xbox 360, Xbox Live days where you could have like the arcade room or whatever, that all your downloaded arcade games would be in like a little 3D room or whatever they could go to. I think it's basically going to be that, based on what you're saying here.
Yeah, let me read you the specs here, because you're kind of the guy with the specs guy. It says it's got onboard like expandable storage, Wi-Fi, USB 3.0, 4K HDR, 60 frames per second, AMD 86 processor.
Okay.
So,
okay.
I don't know how beefy that is, but they're going to be running on like a Linux OS as well.
Okay. Does it mention if the processor is an APU, or are you given any sort of VRAM stuff?
Nah, just x86 PC architecture.
Okay. Oh, okay. On an AMD okay, so it's probably gonna be an APU in there if they didn't list a specific graphics processing unit. So what that means, and for all the viewers at home, is that basically it's not gonna have a dedicated graphics unit or like chip or whatever on the board. That all of the graphics processing is gonna be done on the processor itself as well, which is. If this might be wrong, and I'm sorry if it's wrong, but I believe the PS3 also used a APU.
Okay.
So yeah, but then we saw with the latest generation of consoles across the board, all of them having some sort of dedicated graphics chip and moving away from the whole APU stuff. So from the sounds of it, it looks like it's an arcade box. Arcade game box.
Yeah, it sounds like they're also trying to do have a UI. It says buy, stream, download content, including like video, music, and social apps. well.
Okay.
It sounds like a Steam box.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like the entire concept of Steam bots was like pre-built PCs endorsed by Valve.
Mm-hmm.
That's the entire concept of Steam bots. Oh, and also running
aggressive.
Steam OS too, because Steam OS is a thing apparently.
Yeah,
Like,
I think. Go ahead.
I've been like kind of following this. It seemed, I mean, maybe it's not right, but it seemed like from what I read, they wanted it to be able to play modern games too. Like they're like the way they first announced it is like they were trying to compete with the PS4 and Xbox One
Okay.
while also being a retro console. I'm just really confused by this whole thing because it was like crowdfunded too. I have a lot of questions about this whole thing.
Yeah. And like the spec sheet that Andrew just read off, it's like it made no mention of either. It didn't explicitly say whether or not it was a APU on there. So I'm not entirely certain. And two, it's like it made no mention of a dedicated graphics processing chip. So
Right.
yeah, it's like it's really hard to tell where this falls exactly.
Yeah. Well, what's funny as well is in this nice little document, the words "Ouya" pop up at least.
Oh no. No.
It
Wait,
says it's trying to say like, oh, what makes us different from the Ouya, but yeah.
Atari is like, look guys, we swear we're not falling into the same traps that Ouya did,
Yeah.
okay? Yeah.
Which they probably aren't going.
It's like you won't waste your money on this.
But when they say they won't, they will.
Did
That's psychology.
Did anyone get an Ouya here?
No.
No, okay, good. We were all
Kind of want to
spared.
buy one now though, just to have and like
Be like,
put it
woo.
on my desk.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's a fun little square. It's like a weird like thing that I just want. 'Cause-
Oh,
It's
Good
so
luck, man.
fascinating.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I would use it
Kinda
as
wanna-
like a shelf or something, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
like a
want to plug
table.
it anywhere. I just want to have it
Yeah.
for sake of having it.
Use it as a table or something.
It's
Okay,
not very
good luck
big.
to you even more.
It's a little
I think
square.
it's tiny.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
square. I don't know. You could probably mod it and make it like a cool little like box or something.
Okay.
If I wanted to emulate games, I would do that there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what you do. Buy a new Ouya.
I wonder. No, okay. Actually, what's the price of an Ouya right now? It's like 80
It's
bucks.
probably like 100.
even
Oh, no, it started at 100. So gotta
Okay.
They still make them?
be, no, but
No, but like,
There's a
okay,
lot of them.
you get one for like
Sell
100
them?
bucks, right? And it's probably it runs like an Android-based operating system, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you could crack that so easily, and then like you would have a dedicated like emulation bots that'd be really easy to set up and cheap.
yeah, you can get them for like $20
Oh, okay, yeah, you can have like a $20 emulation bots and be good.
if you want to pre-own.
Of course, we don't endorse this at all.
No. no.
No,
Also, if you really want to play with that DAT controller, but
I'm not technologically capable enough to even mod anything, so
there's
I
tutorials
can't
out
endorse
there.
anything.
there are tutorials that we encourage you guys not to look up, please,
Nope.
because
Yeah.
we aren't looking those up either. So, yeah. Please adhere to all the best ethical practices that you can and support the gaming industry by only emulating games that you have bought at some point in your life. And have the receipts to show the police knocking on your door.
Yep.
All right. Now that that's out of the way, so the Atari VCS. I kind of want to call it the VHS machine now, but
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was called at first.
the Atari VHS machine is like Atari. It's 2018.
Yeah.
They're going for the nostalgia.
It
No
has a
release date, but
no release date. Big E3 reveal, guys. They're gonna, we're gonna be at the Sony conference, right? They're gonna be playing Cyberpunk 2077. They're gonna unveil the PS4 shroud. It was being played on Atari VCS.
exactly.
And then, yeah.
Maybe we could buy it with your Atari. What is that? Cryptocurrency as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Atari
Oh.
VCS now available for 5 Bitcoin.
Oh no!
Exactly.
Atari is launching their own
What?
cryptocurrency.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's like
At least one.
it's
Yeah.
wild.
Maybe even two. I think.
I don't
Yeah.
know any of it what it means, but I read it.
Okay.
Are they getting desperate or something? Or...
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, like,
That's the new thing. If you're like business is failing, just like cryptocurrency, and you're all good, right?
everyone and their dog can make a cryptocurrency, Like, if we really wanted to, we could have a culture of gaming cryptocurrency.
Let's do it.
Coins.
Maybe I'll learn.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll learn what it is.
Coin, yeah.
finally.
Okay, but yeah, so it's super easy to make a cryptocurrency. So it's always funny to me to see like these big name corporations just kind of, I don't know, is Atari even considered a big name corporation anymore? I don't know, but like,
They were in Blade Runner.
yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
That's about it.
Yeah,
You can get a hat with speakers in it.
yeah.
As long as this VCS has, if this VCS has Roller Coaster Tycoon on it, I'm probably gonna buy it immediately.
Okay, fair enough.
Get a PC and play it properly.
Hey,
I already have it on my MacBook, so I have 3.
Get
the
a
best
proper
one.
PC. Come on.
No, I'm a college student. What do you like? I have no money.
well, that's a good thing
Not
that you
good
said.
enough.
Well, no, it's kind of a good thing that you said that because, all right, so over here in the
Yeah.
PC gaming industry, there's been the recent issue of people being priced out of the market of trying to get into the hobby and the platform because thanks to the aforementioned cryptocurrency, not necessarily Atari, but more specifically Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc., GPU prices have been skyrocketing. These people,
Yep.
they go to stores, either brick and mortar stores or online stores and everything, and they snatch up all the GPUs and everything, and then they slave away in these horrible cryptocurrency mines with improper airflow and running at 100% usage and constant voltage 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's horrible. It's like I'm going ASPCA commercial for graphics cards over here, okay? And all the
That was
US
a lot.
audience gets that one. Anyway, so as a result, not only have people been trying to resell some of the used mining cards on eBay and Craigslist or other
And
used
Facebook.
online retailer and Facebook, yes, because the Facebook market is still a thing, and for absurdly high prices in the sense of, they are well above MSRP, and the only reason why they're getting a high above MSRP prices for these things is because we can't find them anywhere else, so this is your go-to source. We're talking like $600 for a GTX 1060, which usually costs around the 300 350 range MSRP. So, yeah, crazy stuff like that. Pretty much double whatever you would pay MSRP is what they've going
Yeah.
for. But all my prospective PC gamers, fear no more. There is a Chinese cryptocurrency company, ironically enough, called Bitmain that has begun production, and they are set for release for the second quarter of 2018. So very, very soon, actually, within the next few months, we should see these hit the market. They are chips, they're chips, and they're computer chips, and they basically have what's called an ASIC, which is basically just a dedicated circuit for one specific task. So there are these cards or chips, if you will, that are specifically made to mine cryptocurrency. And a lot of the smart business people are saying that, hey, this will probably alleviate a lot of the issues that the GPU market is having right now. Because, well, you can just get a dedicated card that'll, one, do it better, like mine
Probably
it better.
cheaper.
Yeah, and of course, it will be cheaper than what you could get. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say AMD kind of released a card already that was like specifically targeted at that audience as well. But
I'm
it
not
didn't do
sure.
very well.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know why not, but
I think
pretty sure they.
in the specific case of the AMD card, the issue that I ran into was it was one of their regular graphics card that they just kind of gimped BIOS, like they gimped the BIOS of a little bit to make it more specific. So it didn't perform as well as something that's specifically made to do it. And that's why this kind of separates it. And then also, as part of this rumor, as part of this article, it's not just Bitmain that's doing it. I guess there are 3 other companies that were left unnamed also producing these sort of dedicated chips. So, yeah.
to
GPU
hear.
prices are going to start falling down,
Definitely.
which is good. So,
Yeah,
Aidan?
I understood like maybe 25% of what you said that whole time. I literally know nothing about cryptocurrencies. I'm probably going to keep it. They kind of scare me. But I did get cheaper prices for chips and making PCs, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
I do want to get into PC gaming more,
Yeah.
probably when I have a more stable income. But I'm definitely lower prices on anything are a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's honestly the important takeaway. I'm sure there's like 3 people that watch this show that'll understand the entirety of what I said. But so the important part is that if you're interested in getting into PC gaming or something, or have been looking to upgrade your system like I have, then it's going to be cheaper to do so. So
Yeah.
Do it.
do it.
Join the proper, master race. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't.
You've
Someone who
had
has like a 1050, I'm not like, it's not crazy, but like I'm playing all the games I want.
yeah. No, it's like you don't really need it, especially when they come down towards like MSRP prices. If all you really want to do is like game at 1080p or whatever, which is still fine because like 4K didn't really become the standard as fast as people thought it would, or stuff like that. Then 1050 is really all you need. 1050 Ti if you're willing to spend like an extra $30 or $40, but yeah.
Maybe I can't run anything on super high and ultra, maybe a few mediums here and there, but like whatever.
But it's still better than console. It's still better.
I like playing on the big screen of like.
You can just hook up your PC to the TV.
So far away.
Unless you've got an old TV, and then you can't do that.
My TV is pretty old, actually.
They made converters for everything, man.
Yeah.
Can't play Kingdom Hearts on the PC.
Oh yeah, of course. And then you get to the Achilles debate of the exclusives, man, the exclusives.
Oh come on, we get most of them, so it's all good.
For me, PC gaming was when I played the entirety of Knights of the Old Republic on my MacBook, and every time I did, my MacBook almost caught on fire, and the fan could be heard from across the room. And so I probably can't play much more than that on my computer. This
kid's MacBook in one of my classes last week, like you could hear his fan sputtering out in his MacBook, and it's like turned around. It sounded like it basically sounded like a horse like neighing or sighing. It was really strange, right? Wow. So I just turned around after the first time it happened. And it's like, oh, sorry, I'm trying to play a game on here.
Idea.
Yeah.
Well, my GPU makes an absolute racket because one of the bearings is going in one of the fans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty happy I didn't get a PC earlier than I did, because I would have lost way too much time in the game than I already did.
Okay.
Yeah, like just seeing like all the sales and stuff, I'm like, man, good thing I don't have as much time as I did a couple of years ago. Otherwise,
tell me about it.
So it's like you two are both relatively new to this whole thing. Like, no, and it's like, all right, Steam sales, they're new and cool and awesome, right? And OMG for like the first 2 years or so.
Yeah.
But then if you're like 6 years in, like I am, you really don't give a crap anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Fair
like.
enough.
Yeah, you'll mostly pick out 1 or 2 games that are discounted from their $60 price that go down to $45, and it's like, screw it, get those 2. Yeah, or whatever. Yeah, but it's like the days of like adding 10 $1 games to the cart are way over.
Yeah.
Oh no, every Steam sale, I make a list of games I want, I go buy those games, and I immediately leave the Steam store and never go back on there.
Yeah. So, anyway. But yeah, enjoy the Steam sales while you can, honestly, because it kind of sucks when you realize the luster wears off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
So
my Steam libraries, I can't buy more games. I need to play the games I have right now.
Okay.
I have my Steam account from apparently like 2005.
Nice.
Like, trying to game on my parents' computer, like when Half-Life 2 came out.
Nice. That's the way to do it.
So I just opened it up. It's like, welcome back. I'm like, whoa. I have like 3 games. It's from 13 years of service or whatever. I'm like,
yeah, you did the little badge, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is weird, man.
So I totally haven't been doing this for like.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So I was laughing. I was like, CS Source on there. Cool.
Yeah.
Finally play that game for more than an hour.
Well, I just recently got Black Flag, and then 2 days after I got it, it was free.
I'm really sorry, man.
So that happens.
I'm really sorry.
You should be. It's all your fault.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not very good.
All right. Yeah. So, Aidan, out of curiosity, what games do you like to play on your MacBook?
I play just whatever indie game I can get. Besides, the Knights of the Republic was an exception. Right now I'm playing Night in the Woods. Okay. I played like Oxenfree on there. I played Gone Home, Virginia. Doki Doki Literature Club I played on there. That was a time. I like, and my computer,
No
like,
spoilers, please.
started running, and like the whole fan and heating up thing happened when I played Gone Home. So
Okay.
I'm scared to go more than that.
Fair enough. I've heard Binding of Isaac runs really well on Macbooks, so if you want to play that, then
Okay.
yeah. Or at least based on kind of anecdotal evidence here. Every time I see like a dude with a MacBook playing a game in class, it's usually Binding of Isaac, and it seems to be running just fine. So, yeah.
I should look into that. I've never played it.
Neither have I. All I know
Good
is
game,
like,
good weird game.
is it?
Yeah, it looks really weird, but like I'm all
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
Good light, whatever.
Yeah. I'm like one of the dozen people that has yet to finish Doki Doki Literature Club.
I haven't started it yet, so I
You
should
need,
do that.
it's free.
Yeah, it's free. It's like there's
Okay.
honestly no reason why you shouldn't play
You
it.
can beat it in like 4 hours, like 2.5 hours.
But the
maybe.
thing I don't want to go back to is like, because I'm sure there are different endings to the game, and like, do I really want to repeat the same 2.5 hours like the 5 or
Okay,
6
no.
times? No.
No, that you keep playing it, but it's each time you restart, like you replay it, it's not the same. Like, I'm not
Okay.
gonna spoil anything, but like the game, like part of the game itself is replaying it. Like that's part of the story of the game.
Oh,
Bit of,
really?
like,
Okay. Okay.
Dead Rising-ish.
I mean, maybe I've never played Dead Rising, but I
Okay.
would. Yeah, no, it's a really it plays around with the conventions of visual novels and dating sims a lot. Like there's a part of the time where you go into the files and have to delete a file to progress in the game.
That's pretty
not
cool.
really not really a spoiler, but so
I've
you
heard
need
that
to
at
play
least,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I
should play it.
I will download this right after.
Okay.
It's free on Steam.
Okay, if you
And it's free
guys-
everywhere.
If you guys start talking about it, keep it out of this little group that we have going for the video call, just because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Alright.
I'll plan on, I'll plan on playing it pretty soon again. I'll plan on doing it. Yeah. Anyway, okay, no questions in the chat. Never mind, that got answered. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah. So, did you guys ever? I don't expect you guys to, but there was this game came out a couple of years ago. Like maybe a year. Remember the big like Slenderman PC game that came out and it was like all the rage for a while? There was another game kind of similar to that, and I think it came out in about the same era, if not maybe a year or so later. It was called like Whiteface or whatever.
Heard of it?
I've not heard of that.
Okay.
What face?
Yeah, it was totally Whiteface. Okay, I think that was the name of it. But it was horror game, and this like kind of same style of horror game as like the Slender game was. But like it had the mechanic of like having to go in, modify files, remove files, stuff like that. It was really interesting. It would do all this
Ooh,
weird
okay.
stuff, like purposely crash your PC, purposely stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't want that.
I
That sounds
think I
terrible.
found. Is it? I might be. I looked up Whiteface. Is it called I'm Scared?
Yes, I'm scared. There you go.
I'm Scared. A pixelated nightmare.
Yeah. Whiteface is the villain in it. Yeah.
Oh, it's,
Hey.
it's a like an 8-bit style game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking, like I was like Whiteface. That's Slender Man, but okay.
Like a
So-
Pony Island. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
I have not. What is that?
Pony Island. Yeah.
What
It's
is
so
it?
interesting. Yeah, no one knows what it is. Actually.
Okay.
It's you play an arcade game, and like that's how it starts, or
Yeah.
or computer game, something like that.
Y'all
So
played
Tron?
Frog Fractions, right? Like the original
Oh yeah. Okay.
What?
Tron.
Frog Fractions.
Okay.
What's it called? Dark Fractions?
Frog Fractions.
Frog? I'm looking this up.
That seems like a learning or like teaching game. You know, like Mario teaches typing. That seems like one of those games.
I mean, it kind of is,
Okay.
sort of.
I mean that's like what Doki Doki Literature Club is. It looks like the dating sim. Excuse me, dating sims with anime girls. It seems like gonna be one of generic that, and then it's not.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Then it
I'm
becomes a
confused.
psychological horror.
See, you get to flex your from what I've
What are
played
we
of Doki
talking
Doki.
about?
From what I've
Just
played of
games.
Doki Doki, you know, at least you have to flex your kind of creative writing skills because you could customize your poem for whichever girl you wanted to go with a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I latched onto that
it's like
mechanic
yeah.
pretty quickly.
It's like a dating sim. It looks very much like an anime. Like it's all like girls like in like very short skirts and like that, and then
or
all of a sudden
normal
it's
school uniforms for Japan, but whatever.
just- yeah. It just all of
Yeah.
a sudden it just like turns into a horror game halfway through, like a psychological horror game, and it's fantastic.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
While
Fair
still
enough.
being a dating sim.
It's like caught on to the mechanic really quickly in that game of like which words like each girl wanted to see in your poem
Yeah.
to score brownie points with. So it's like soon as I figured that out, I was like, all right, Yuri, let's go.
Yes, I went for Yuri, and then
Or I'm sorry,
I
is
can't say why, but for reasons I
Don't
started
spoil
going
it.
to say Ori.
okay.
It's not. We're talking about the
Don't
dating
spoil
sim.
it.
Yeah.
part.
Or okay, wait, Yuri, she's the purple-haired chick, right?
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
These
yeah.
are- this is from the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's the girl I was
Yuri's
thinking
the
of.
one- like Yuri's the quiet, like
Yeah.
bookish one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was the girl I was thinking of then. Okay.
That's the one who I went for.
All right. Anyway, we are not progressing the expansion past here. But Aidan, I see you are a man of culture as well. So,
You call
All right.
that culture, do you?
well, I mean, we are called culture of gaming. So,
True.
Hey.
hey, all right. So that was a hell of a tangent. Moving right along. Speaking of GPUs, the Nvidia Geforce Partner Program. And what this is Nvidia, the graphics card manufacturer, is launching this partner program based around their Geforce line of gaming chips, of course. And basically what it is, if companies are a Geforce partner and part of the program, they are forbidden from selling AMD cards under their same brand as well. Yeah. But they do get some perks. Like I believe one of the perks is like early access to be able to better do third-party designs of the cards and whatnot, stuff like that. So yeah, minor uproar being caused about this over is this anti-consumer, or what is Nvidia doing? Are they trying to price more and more out of the market, etc., etc.? So what do you guys think? And
Andrew, you can go.
I mean, this is more like stuff that I'm not fully caught up on. So hold on.
So okay, summary of it is that company Nvidia, okay, prevents you from advertising their partner, or not their partner, but their competitor, prevents you from advertising or selling stuff of their competitor, but you get benefits like earlier access to designs of cards to make a better product, basically.
So it's basically like an early access program for consumers.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you get
where they get their product and you can't
and
sell any of your old cards or anything.
Yeah, and you'll get like bonus Nvidia branding and advertising too, stuff like that. So, yeah. Do we think this is anti-consumer-ish?
That's actually a bit of a hard one because it's kind of a good idea, but then it's a bad idea.
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
it's like,
Yeah.
it's like we see things like this in other forms of I'm not sure like way, but like other things like you partner up with a company, but they're like, oh, but you can't mention this rival company. So it's not like it's a new practice that's used in capitalism, I guess is the correct way to go about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not probably the most articulate in ethical consumerism topics, but I'm trying my best.
Okay. No. I'm glad that you okay. So basically, what's going on is I just got the perfect analogy to this. It's like how in restaurants it's either Coke or Pepsi, not Coke and Pepsi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much this, because two primary pretty much this, because it's like two primary graphics card competitors, right? AMD and Nvidia. It's basically
both, yeah.
all right. Now brands will only offer Nvidia, or brands will only offer AMD or whatever. There's no same place won't serve same graphics card. Yeah.
But they're kind of going after everyday gamers, correct? Like someone like me or whoever.
Yeah,
It's not kind of like a professional field, like esports or whatever. Like they're not sponsoring esports or anything like that. So if you're, it's kind of a interesting setup, really, because if you're just an everyday gamer who's going to sign on to it and kind of go ahead with it, I reckon that's anti-consumerism. Definitely, that's dodgy as.
Okay. So then is Is restaurants only offering Coke or Pepsi anti-consumerism? Well,
They
first,
offer both here, so
Some may
okay,
say that.
yeah, okay,
Some people have very strong opinions on whether they like Coke or Pepsi.
but a
okay.
restaurant's kind of a different thing. They're selling
Yeah.
food, and that's their business,
Yeah,
and that's kind of like, they're a thing in the market kind of thing. Where as an everyday gamer, you're not selling or buying or doing content sponsoring kind of thing. So I think it's a bit different to a restaurant having Coke or Pepsi.
okay.
I mean, the analogy does work in a way.
I mean,
but
that's just the
it's also
closest
like,
analogy to liking it to. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
It's not
this is a conversation that's outside of my wheelhouse, very much outside. So I don't really think I have a lot to contribute because I really wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Well, okay. So I think it's like the easiest question to ask, Aidan, would be, do you think it's wrong that restaurants offer either Coke or Pepsi and not Coke and Pepsi? Let's just liken it to that.
I don't think that's wrong but it's also like it is a little different than the whole chip thing, but I don't think it's necessarily wrong because if you choose to you willingly choose to partner with this specific company.
Yeah.
And so it is your decision whether you partner with them, and one would assume that everything that comes with choosing to partner with this company and brand.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like, is this aimed at like streamers and such, or
no? This is just like the partner program isn't exactly like targeted even at gamers necessarily. It's more of the companies that sell the graphics cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's like in the graphics card I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough about that, but yeah, so it's like in the graphics card market and everything. So you can get what are called, what I would basically describe as OEM spec cards, graphics cards and everything. And these are from Nvidia themselves. So, they have the stock cooler on them, stuff like that. But then there are other companies like EVGA, Asus, all Geforce, or Gigabyte, MSI. Yeah, exactly. You got it. That sell AMD, or it's like what would be described as like third-party versions of AMD or Nvidia cards. And the advantages might be, it's like, okay, so the third-party ones will have a better cooler than the OEM cooler, stuff like that. They might be clocked at a higher speed. Specifically for reference, I use an EVGA 980 Ti that's super clocked, so it's clocked higher than what I could get from Nvidia directly. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a business selling them, then I think that's a bit of a different thing.
Yeah. And so the whole partner program is like Nvidia goes to these companies, says, hey, we'll give you some cool benefits as well as beef up like our advertising and endorsement of you guys if you agree to only sell third-party Nvidia cards and not third-party AMD cards.
Right. I don't see how that's too beneficial to these guys.
Yeah.
Because that way they're stuck selling the same type of cards. But
yeah,
if it works for them, I guess, it's not a bad idea. Nvidia.
Okay.
See what happens.
Do you have an opinion on this? Since you probably know the most knowledgeable about this than the rest of us.
I have a really so I can't this is kind of strange because like a lot of this info, or I don't want to say a lot of this info, but like most of the outrage I've seen about this or like problems I see is brought up in r/PCMR or r/PC Master Race, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, and so it's like, I'm sorry, but the community has really deteriorated over the past 6 years. But anyway, that's besides the point. So it's like most of the outrage over this, like it's anti-consumer, it's anti-stuff, but like even though maybe 70% of the people on there use NVIDIA cards, they all have a massive like hate fetish for NVIDIA. So anytime they're
that
given
seems about right for most fandoms.
Yeah, so anytime they're given like a way to hate on NVIDIA, then they'll hate on NVIDIA. And so it's like when this whole thing is, there is some outroar, outrage about is the partner program anti-consumer? I think it is. I have a really hard time seeing all the arguments for it being anti-consumer. Just like, if a brand, just at the end of the day, it is up to the company that's selling them to decide to partner to this program if they feel, hey, we're going to make up any lost sales in the AMD department with this program or whatever. I think it starts becoming an issue if NVIDIA stops giving stuff to non-partnered companies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which to be fair, they are rescinding some benefits from non-partnered companies, but it's nothing major. It's nothing major. The worst, I think, from what I understand, the worst loss that a company will have by not being a partner is that it might be a little bit later to market than someone who was. Then that's about it.
Okay.
So that's kind of my takeaway on this. I'm really not sure where I stand on it. Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit like that as well. Like it's kind of on the fence.
Yeah. It's like
Are these third-party cards really popular? Is that something that a lot of people are buying anyway?
It is, yeah. Most, I'll be honest with you, most Nvidia graphics card sales, the only time you get an OEM card from Nvidia is if you're one of the people that pre-orders it or whatever. Most of the Nvidia sales, for example, are actually third-party cards from EVGA. And maybe third-party cards isn't the best way to describe them, so to speak, but it's basically most people with an Nvidia card usually have an EVGA card because of cooler or something. Yeah. What'd you say, Andrew?
I think I have an EVA card.
Okay. Aidan, what were you gonna say?
Well, I say now that you having clearing it up, it doesn't seem anti-consumer right now, but it has the potential. It's a slippery slope. It can very much escalate from what it is right now.
It's kind of like pay to win kind of thing in gaming.
Yeah.
You pay extra and you get better benefits.
It's like them trying to monopolize, right? Them trying to take over the entire market share.
Yeah, and you say the word monopolize around Nvidia, and it kind of triggers them, so to speak, because it wasn't until Nvidia has always had a lot higher of a market share over AMD, especially if you go look at Intel versus AMD in the CPU department, which only recently changed the split. It used to be 90-10 split in favor of Intel. Now with the Ryzen chips, it's closer to 70-30. Which is good, which is kind of good to see overall, because competition is always fine. And then it's I don't want to say the graphics card market has been fairly even, but it's always been closer to the 70-30 over the years in that department. Yeah. And so, there's always been this fear of Nvidia, if they get any bigger, when will they start getting busted up for antitrust laws, stuff like that. So yeah, you say monopoly around Nvidia, and it kind of triggers them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anthony, you missing a headphone there?
No, I'm just cooling my ear off.
All right, fair enough. It's hot in Australia. Do as you will. I'm just wondering.
It's actually a cool day today, but yeah.
Okay. Do as you will. I'm just wondering.
What is it? What season is it right now over there?
It's just come out of summer.
The polar opposite of ours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall.
Yeah.
Autumn.
Call it autumn.
Get it right.
Yeah, get it right.
Whatever.
So, all right. So this is a slightly related question. Are you guys Coke or Pepsi?
I am sparkling water.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't drink
Dr.
Pepsi.
Pepper.
All right. They have Dr. Pepper over in Australia?
Yeah, of course they do.
All right.
Of course they do. Come on. One of our major supermarkets has just started stocking it, so that's good.
All right. Aidan?
I don't drink soda, so but when I did, I preferred Coke. The Coke products overall, Sprite, whatever else they did, Fanta. That's what I was always a Coke kid, and I preferred Coke over Pepsi normally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same vein as you. I don't really drink soda anymore. I drink a lot of green tea though.
Tea.
I drink a lot of green tea. Yeah, but I always preferred Coke. Occasionally, I order Coke at a restaurant, but yeah.
I think the only time I get a soda now, I go to movie theaters, I'm popcorn. I'm gonna get my Coke Zero or whatever it's called now, Cherry Coke Zero. Yeah.
Oh, if a place has one of the Coke freestyle machines, there's one of those touchscreen machines. It's okay. No, I'm getting something here.
The one time I drink soda.
Yeah.
That's cherry Sprite.
You guys have that over there in Australia yet, Anthony?
Cherry Coke. We got cherry
Coke. The Coke machines that have a touchscreen on them. You can pick 128 different drinks. No. Okay.
Oh, you're missing
out.
Okay.
we've got kind of the things that you push in, and you can do like multiple ones if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Do you like? Well, do any of you like ginger beer?
Yes, I've tried it.
Okay.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it. in my
I've never
life.
had it by itself.
Yeah.
I've had it
Ginger
like
beer
mixed
is
drinks.
awesome.
Like
Okay.
it's like a Moscow Mule. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dark and stormy.
Get Bundaberg stuff is great. Bundaberg ginger beer.
Oh yeah.
I only drink in Mexico where it's legal. Just disclaimer. Um,
Well, ginger beer is non-alcoholic, so
no, I know. But I ended up brought up Moscow Mules, and I just agreed that it's
Ah,
pretty good.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I only drink where it's legal for me to drink. Anyway.
Yes, only drink. Yes, only drink if it's legal.
Yeah.
We do not endorse underage drinking here.
Right.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. Good. All right. So I think, unless anyone has something to say about the partner program, we're gonna move on to community questions. I'm sorry. This episode was trying to like PC gaming heavy, but hey, yeah,
And
gotta
mobile.
Great
appeal.
episode for me to be on.
Yeah.
We tried to diversify it. This is your time to shine right now, Aidan. So, Sai asks, what modern console is overrated?
Xbox One X.
All right.
I feel like that's a weird question to ask because both consoles are pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're trying to be even.
There's like, I mean, there's like really, maybe like the technical side of things, but like the only thing that's really different, but like the major difference is the games, the exclusive games. So that's a hard question. Besides the Switch, but the Switch is its own weird thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer for that.
Okay.
I mean, I've also
Same.
I don't own an Xbox, so I can't say anything bad about it without like I really can't say anything objective about it
Yeah.
because it would just be false.
I'm primarily saying One X because of their whole marketing campaign, and it's for the gamers and all this stuff. Let's charge people, $200 more, and then absolutely flop by not having any games for it.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. So I do kind of agree with Anthony. Xbox One X. Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
agree,
you should.
Yeah, I agree a bit there, especially because you can grab most of their games on PC. And
Yeah.
so if you
Yeah.
do have a PC, you could, or want to spend maybe around the same price for a PC,
Yeah.
play their games, and also have like station, whatever.
And then Aidan really brought up a good point. Is that there's between just boil it down to like PS4 or Xbox One or whatever. There's not really a massive difference in terms of the hardware or anything. Like you don't see
Yeah.
games looking incredibly better on one console versus another, where one is like clearly the winner in that department or anything. So, yeah.
What if I said the Switch was a bit overrated? That
I mean, that's just like your opinion, man.
people want to fight me.
Yes.
Maybe, but like that's just like fight. Yeah, it's just like your opinion, man.
No, yeah. I mean, I have a Switch. It's a cool little thing, but it's been in its case. I've just kind of housed it in this little case for a couple, like I don't know, maybe even a month.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't know if it's because like I just don't travel all that often.
Yeah.
So that definitely part of it is like traveling. I'm like, Odyssey is really good, and whatever the Zelda is really good.
Both those
And
games
then
are so good.
Yeah, they're fantastic games. And then Splatoon 2, very good. But then I'm kind of like, well, it's like a couple games that are super good, and then everything else I've probably played elsewhere or can play elsewhere.
Yeah. All right.
So I don't know.
So this is a cool kind of relate back to the topic of the show or whatever, because I do kind of, as much as I love to fanboy over the Switch and everything, because I love my Switch and everything, I do kind of have the same sentiment that Andrew just shared, where it's just like, okay, when Breath of the Wild came out or whatever, because, that was like the only game on Switch for a while, or like the only, I don't want to say decent game, because I guess Snipper Clips is pretty fun, but
Yes.
yeah, it was the only like big game for a while, right? It's like, okay, after that, it like sat in a month or whatever until, the next release or whatever. And so, yeah, it's kind of stuff like that. And then, so Aidan, we brought up how, or at the beginning of the show, we brought up how, based on your article, it's good to see all these like ports to the Switch and everything. But at the same time, if I've already played the game or something, then I'm probably not going to buy it on the Switch. Because so I played Doom on PC, right? There's also a Doom port on Switch. I'm probably not. I'm not playing the port on Switch.
And a point I did make on the article is that like not all Nintendo fans, but a lot of Nintendo fans, some only play Nintendo consoles. And
Okay.
so a lot of these times, these are like, they've never had the opportunity to play these games before. So I think that's a huge thing people don't realize. And I mean, maybe it's a cliche before, but like playing a lot of these games on the go can change the game completely. Like playing Skyrim on the go, like makes it, like, at least for me, like a completely different game. Like I'd much rather play a giant open world RPG, like anywhere. I have excuse me, the ability to play a giant RPG and like just grind anywhere I can go, rather than having to make time to just sit down and play it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. All these ports, I just don't care. Like I just don't care about these ports. Like
Okay.
I understand that it's great for the community of like games and getting new people into getting gaming, but me personally, it's well, I don't really want to buy
just
it
another
again.
game.
Yeah, I don't want to buy it again. I don't have that much
Mhm.
cash float around.
And the thing,
no,
it's
no.
the sorry.
You can go. You can go. I have my time.
The multitude of gamers really are multi-platform. Like they've got either a PC and like a different console, or like an Xbox One, PS4, or whatever. So if, like for me, if I were to go out and buy a Switch, I'm kind of anti-port at this point in time, because unless they port something from like from the GameCube or the Wii or something like that, which is what they're going to be doing with their store.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean to be fair, the big thing about Nintendo like systems, the reason to get them are the exclusives. And I mean, it's been said that there have been a lot of games, but they've released they released a new first party game every month, which is Sony and Microsoft do not do that. We got first month Breath of the Wild. I'm kind of messing out. You got Breath of the Wild, you got ARMS, Splatoon, Mario plus Rabbids, Odyssey, Xenoblade, and then you got Kirby that just came out. I mean, maybe all those games aren't all on the same level, but none of the other two companies are really, their first parties are putting out as much as has been putting out as much as Nintendo has been on the first party side.
Yeah.
And I would agree with you there. That would be one of the only reasons why I'd probably buy the console. Would be for first party, not for the ports.
Yeah,
that's also fair.
I mean, most people buy the consoles for the first party, for the exclusive titles.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing a good job getting like a lot of the indies out.
Yeah.
When these indies are coming out like simultaneously, like with the other ones, like that's maybe when I'll buy one on Switch. But if they're always going to be months behind, then it's like, well, I want to play it now, especially with like internet culture. Like you want to be in the zeitgeist, right, with what you're playing.
Yeah.
So like, playing it 6 months later because you want to wait for the Switch version is not happening.
Right.
I think, honestly, I do think they are. I mean, a lot right now. But we've seen games like games like Super Meat Boy and other have sold just as well on the Switch as they have when they first came out. And I honestly think, the PlayStation used to be the place for great indie games, and it used to be Xbox. I think Nintendo is going to become the home for the high-profile indie games soon enough.
Okay.
Yeah. And it seems like Nintendo's doing a good job, like supporting them and being easy to work with, which is good for developers.
That's the thing. It looks like they're committed and they're supporting these indie games.
Yeah. So that's definitely awesome for it. Especially with like the GDC rolling around, and we'll get to see some cool indies there. And, hopefully everything Switch on time.
Everything needs to be on Switch.
Pretty much. Like there's some games I played recently at a little event. They were just at home on Switch.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see though. I know a lot of indie developers can't, port to the Switch because it's just so different than everything else.
Yeah.
So like them working really hard on the PC, it relatively transfers over to the PS4 and Xbox pretty easily. But then putting all that extra manpower, especially with a small team, to go to the Switch is a little tougher.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Well, that's what I've heard at least. I mean, that's what I assume.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
I don't make games.
You gotta pull some pretty cool optimization tricks on the Switch. I will say that. Yeah.
I actually am making a game, but it's nothing like the game you see on Switch. That's a different story.
Okay. Maybe we'll bring that up later. So, what game, Sai? This also next question comes from Sai. Also, what game do you want a better remake of?
Oh boy, better remake.
Oh dear, we've had too many remake questions.
Yeah. Hey, it's a trend, you know. It's a trend in the industry apparently.
Ace Combat, something. Ace Combat.
I'm trying to think of a game that's been remade recently that wasn't great. Great.
Okay, I got one. BioShock Remastered.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of going to.
BioShock Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2K really dropped the ball on the remaster.
Wait, so is this question a game that's already been remade or game like that we wanted?
No, that's already been remade,
better?
but
Okay.
the remake was so bad that it's like, oh, I wish someone would remake the remake, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Was
need
it
to rethink
That
that.
Secret of Mana one that came out recently. They basically like ported over the like iOS version of it.
Oh no.
I think that kind of I was gonna say like maybe like those not exactly remakes but the ports of the old SNES or Square RPGs like Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VI, the mobile version is not good, and that game deserves a lot better than it got on iOS and then subsequently Steam. And so I would love to maybe not like a full remake like we did for that we're getting for 7, but I don't know if you guys played the remakes of Final Fantasy. I think 3 and 4 on Nintendo DS. I think those are fantastic remakes. Like they're they're full 3D remakes. They are and they like keep the same battle system. I think that would work. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do it anymore. I think that ship has sailed. But I would love something like that for a game like Final Fantasy VI, which is one of the high points of the Final Fantasy series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we all got our answers in there. What's up? What's up?
I can't really think of one.
All right. Let's see.
Anyway.
Next question comes from Kevin. Would you rather save Call of Duty or Assassin's Creed? Like, imagine it's like both these series are dying, right? One of them will be killed off forever. Okay, you can save one of them. Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty?
I would have to say Assassin's Creed. Probably because that's the series that I've spent most of my time in. Compared to Call of Duty, I don't really care if Call of Duty does, to be honest.
Okay.
There's other first-person shooters out there that you can play.
Yeah.
I mean, Call of Duty's fun for multiplayer and like co-op, like couch multiplayer kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, I would go with Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember the last Assassin's Creed I've even played. Probably 3.
Did you play
but
Black Flag?
I did not.
Oh, come on.
But I will say I would rather have AC. I'd save Assassin's Creed. It's just I feel like there's more to be done with that series that can evolve a little more. And I think Ubisoft is doing a good job evolving that series, whereas Call of Duty just a little stagnant, much like Assassin's Creed was. But the last Assassin's Creed was very good, I heard. So then keep going that way. Definitely Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Has anyone played Origins?
I really want
some
to.
of it. I didn't get I want to play more of it.
Okay.
Like actually to sink my teeth into it. I didn't get to play enough to really form a good opinion of it.
Yeah. Okay. Did you play Black Flag?
I have not. No, Origins is the first. Origins is the first Assassin's Creed game I played in. Like because I was at a point where I was like, I want to play Assassin's Creed, but we're at game like 6, and I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I
fair enough.
So Origins, like I'm the one for Origins, but I find this question weird because these two franchises are nothing alike. So it's kind of like they each offer their own things. I mean, I guess I would say Assassin's Creed 2 just because I like the historical, like whole historical settings and concept a lot more interesting. But I'm also, you know, if you let Call of Duty is the biggest gaming franchise period out there, so I don't know what would happen if that just ended. Like, I feel like a lot of people would stop playing video games if they stopped making Call of Duty.
Now we got
Biggest
Fortnite.
franchise, eh?
Yeah, we got Fortnite now, so. Yeah.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
I said Fortnite's probably bigger than that now.
I mean, true. It'll be interesting to see like what Black Ops 4, like how it does, especially when it's coming out at it like earlier in the year than it usually does, and then with Red Dead and Fortnite coming out. So it'll be interesting to see what this year's like.
Yeah.
You got a
So
lot to prove. Sure.
I mean, World War II was I didn't play it, but what I heard, it was World War II was a pretty good game.
It'll be interesting to see how they fare against Bad Company 3.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
they're gonna
I
have
thought
their
it was,
work cut out from them.
I thought it was going back to World War II.
Oh yeah, Battlefield 2018 is. It looks like.
Oh, yeah, isn't it called like Battlefield 5 or B?
Yeah. Or that's yeah.
We don't know
Whatever.
by this point. We'll find out in June. We'll find out in
Yeah.
June,
Yep.
honestly. Yeah.
Or maybe E3.
Yeah. Andrew, did you already answer Assassin's Creed versus COD?
AC.
Okay, AC.
Easy.
I choose option C, which is let both of them die.
Oh.
Oh. Have you played Black Flag?
I have actually.
Oh, what?
No, I was only joking. I would save AC. Assassin's Creed is actually the most debatable one of my favorite franchises in gaming. I really loved the Ezio story that they did and everything. Okay, and then I hated 3. I absolutely
Not
hated
good.
3.
Lots of people do.
Terrible
I
game.
liked it.
Terrible
did not.
game. I was kind of iffy on Black Flag, but when I finished the story, it was one of my favorites. Like the ending to the story completely made it, and yeah, and it almost dethroned Assassin's Creed 2 as my favorite Assassin's Creed game. But yeah, so
Rogue was a lot like Black Flag as well.
okay,
Oh,
yeah.
Mm.
So
I do, yeah. I appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate that they seem to stop making an annual franchise, and because it doesn't look like we're getting an Assassin's Creed this year, because we probably would have like, it probably would have been leaked by now. So, so maybe they'll make better games each time it comes out.
Yeah.
Put
wait,
more
what does
time and
Andrew
effort
know?
into making it.
What does Andrew know? What are we doing an Assassin's Creed this year? You laughed.
Oh no, because he said it was it would have been leaked by now. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
okay.
Those things leak.
Yeah, true.
If it's an Ubisoft game, it will leak.
You know what I'm really
and-
surprised didn't get leaked? Mario and Rabbids.
No, it did. I thought.
Did
got
it?
leaked,
No.
like a couple
We
weeks
knew
before.
Yeah, we did everyone everything about the game was really art, the concept, like the genre that was like leaked before like E3 it was revealed.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
And everyone hated it.
Everyone thought it was going to be insane.
But it turned out to be an actually
Yeah,
decent
yeah.
game. Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Not too far.
All right. So, Aidan, real quick, do you want to tell us a little bit about the game you're making? Because now I'm interested.
Okay, no, it's for a class, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
not like it's a visual novel, so
Text
probably
game.
like the
Doki Doki
easiest
class
type of game to
novel.
made.
I don't know.
What?
Doki Doki class novel.
Yeah, I'm not that twisted enough.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, no, it's only like a 15-minute game. Like I said, it's like the easiest, but it's still really hard. Like coding is very hard, and I'm working. It's just like it's for a class. I'm working with groups. It's really nothing exciting. Maybe I will plug it when it's actually completed, and we'll see what kind of form it takes, or if I want to just completely
Burn it.
hide it from existence.
Okay.
Game of the year 2018.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
What's
this
it
is just the
called?
beginning of my game development career.
What's it called?
It's called The Night Out, I think. It's about trying to get into a party.
All right.
Okay.
Cool enough. Cool enough. All right. So,
Isn't that like,
wait,
yeah.
what?
I thought it was like, not This Is the Police. There was another one that was like that. Where you had to try. You got into a party and then you had to, I think, kill everyone.
Are you thinking about Party Hard, which is
Yeah, that's it.
I mean,
What is
I was
this
like,
game?
yeah, there's probably a lot of games about killing everyone, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know.
yeah, Party Hard's a weird game. I don't know.
Our game is not gonna go there. We don't have any morbid twists at the moment.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So, I think that about does it for the show here. So, Anthony, we got deals or a giveaway or something happening this week? What's going on?
Well, I'll start off with some deals this week. So I'll jump straight into the PS4 in America, of course, like I usually do. Walmart is having a bit of a sale on a PS4 Slim 500GB gaming console, which is just the console only. It's $269 at the moment. And there's also a PS4 Slim bundle with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered for $299. They had the same deal a couple of weeks ago, but they've dropped it, I believe, $50-ish. I believe they dropped off it, so it's not bad. Okay. They've also got a it's the same price deal, PS4 Slim, but it's for a PS4 Slim 1TB console with Battlefront 2 at GameStop as well. We also have a PS4 500GB console with Uncharted 4: A Thief's End at Amazon for $339.99. With the Xbox One, we have an Xbox One S 500GB console with Forza Horizon 3, includes Hot Wheels expansion at eBay and Newegg for $230, which is quite cheap. Xbox One S 500GB console with Battlefield 1. 1 month EA access at Amazon for $244.89.
Okay, very good.
And another Xbox One, which is an Xbox One S 1TB console with Tom Clancy's The Division, PUBG, from the Microsoft Store for $299.99. And were you going to say something, Taylor? Or?
No, just moaning about Division.
Moaning?
About the Division. Yeah, I was moaning about the Division. Anyway.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
For the Nintendo Switch, we've got a Nintendo Switch 32GB console at Walmart for $299, and a Nintendo Switch 32GB console with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at GameStop for $359. Okay. And the same price deal with a 32GB console includes Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so they're both the same console but different games. As for Australia, we have a PlayStation 4 1TB black console plus Far Cry 5 for $429 at EB Games. A PS4 Slim 1TB Call of Duty includes Call of Duty World War II, and it's also a limited edition console and Far Cry 5 at Gainsman, which is an eBay kind of store, but they have their own store now for $479.95, which is quite dear, that one, but it's not bad for the two games in the limited edition. PS4, another PS4 1TB console plus Far Cry 5 and Horizon Zero Dawn and Uncharted The Lost Legacy for $499 at JB Hi-Fi. And as for the Xbox One, we've got an Xbox One S 500GB console Minecraft Complete Adventure Bundle at the Microsoft Store for $329. Same price deal for at the Microsoft Store, includes Origins as well, so it's just a different game for that one. Xbox One S 1TB console plus Sea of Thieves at EB Games for $338, and a Xbox One 500GB console plus Forza Horizon 3 at EB Games for $299. Same deal with different games. So they've got two different deals as well, which is Origins and Minecraft, same console but different games for the same price. And for the Switch, we've got a Nintendo Switch console, Neon Red Blue, which is just the standard what are they? Joy-Cons, I believe?
Yep, the controllers.
Joy-Con. Catch.com.au for $499, includes shipping. And also a Nintendo Switch $419, which is the same price, but for a grey console, which is apparently $50 off, and includes shipping from Amazon as well. Moving on to PC, we've got the Darkness 2 PC download, which is on the Humble Store, which is for free. Yep, that's free. And we've got a massive GOG sale, which is happening at the moment until the 2nd of April. Up to 75% off PC downloadable games at GameStop. At Fanatical, we've got Baldur's Gate, the complete saga for $10.79, which is 80% off apparently. Humble Store. We've got Hacky Zack, I think it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a game which is also free at the Humble Store as well.
Yep.
Humble Store is having a Indie Mega Week, which has got Cuphead, Rocket League, Ark Survival Evolved, Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, Foxhole, and a Hack in Time and more, which is 80% off for those at the moment. Which I might actually head on over and get Cuphead myself. Goggy's having a...
I'm sorry, but is it really that good of a game, Cuphead?
It's so good, dude.
I didn't think it was.
I love it.
The guy's name is Mugman. It's too good.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay. Sorry, as you were.
You'll have to pick it up.
Okay, as you were.
On GOG, we've got a weekly sale, which includes Street Fighter Alpha 2, Alien Rampage, and more for up to 90% off. Steam is having their week-long deals, as they usually do. I think they've got one every week at the moment, which is on now until Friday. Green Man Gaming March Madness is still on, and Green Man Gaming is also having a Square Enix sale. And Humble Bundle has a Jumbo Bundle, which is, I believe, free for a certain amount of time, which includes 5 games. And that's all I got for deals this week.
All right, so to like the one guy who asked me to do Japanese deals, I got something for you finally.
Oh.
All right, last week over here in the States and probably Australia too, we had the Rainbow Six sale. Okay, I guess if you can access the Steam Japanese store, then they kind of have a sale on Rainbow Six, so you can get the starter edition for 20,000 yen, which is... Actually, it's like 19,999 yen, which is pretty much like 19.99. Okay, and that's the starter edition. I don't recommend it. So if you want to get like the full version or the advanced version, it's like 40,000 yen, which is like $40.
Which I got.
Yeah, so that's like a pretty good deal. So if you want to play that game, Mr. Japanese dude, go ahead and play it. Okay.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do we got to plug? The Retro Rumble podcast. When is that happening exactly? Is that on like Sundays, or what goes on with that?
Yep, so the guy who's hosting it's actually had a bit of a issue with his internet, so he's getting cable on the 3rd of April, I believe. So anytime after that, they're going to be recording an episode. It's not going to be live, but they're going to be recording a couple of episodes and putting them up weekly on a Sunday.
All right.
After the 3rd of April.
And in case the name wasn't big enough hit, the Retro Rumble deals with all things retro gaming. So if you're into that sort of thing, give that a listen.
Yep. 100%.
There are better games out now, guys. Sorry.
Don't buy retro.
Yeah.
We also have this week, we also have a bit of a giveaway, which we've been running for 4 weeks now, which is basically we run like a comment kind of thread on our Facebook and on our Discord community chat, and also on our Twitter as well. So basically, it's anyone who comments for a question they want asked in this podcast, the Power Up podcast. If we ask it, then, which we usually will, 90% of the time, then you are automatically entered into our giveaway, our monthly giveaway, which happens on usually the last... What's today? Last Saturday
of the month.
This is the last Monday.
Okay, because the podcast is usually scheduled for the Saturday. This
Which
one
is Sunday for me, because it confuses me.
So anyway, last Saturday, basically the last podcast recording of the month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last podcast recording of the month.
Yeah.
And so anyone, you can ask as many questions as you like. Any questions that you do ask, say if you ask 10 questions, then that's 10 entries guaranteed into the giveaway. And we just use basically a random number generator to pick out who's the winner. So for this week, we have a 1 month free Xbox Live, 1 month free Xbox Live giveaway. And the winner is Chelsea McPherson, which is Say, I believe. That's what her nickname is.
Yep.
Say. So congratulations. We'll be messaging you for that one. And yeah, if you don't have a Xbox or whatever it is that we're giving away, we can swap things around and pick something else out for you. But yeah, congratulations on that one.
All right, so make sure you guys head on over to the Culture of Gaming Community Discord, where you can find the join button on cultureofgaming.com, where you can chat with any one of us on the show. Aidan, where can we find you on social media or the internet?
I am on the social media at Aidan Simons. It's AIDAN SIMONDS. That's my Twitter account. That's the main public. That's the main social media I have public. There's my YouTube channel. I decided to start I've been talking about video games on it because I have nothing better to do apparently. That is just search Aidan Simons, you'll find it.
Awesome.
And you can find my written words, a little more coherent than me speaking. You can find it at cultureofgaming.com, obviously.
All right.
Do it.
Anthony, you ain't got nothing. So
I ain't got nothing as usual every week.
Andrew, you are
At Duronsky. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm probably on Facebook, but I don't go on that too often. But yep, you can hit me up there. I'll answer questions, talk to you, all that good stuff.
all right.
Nice.
Yeah, so the only place you can find me personally is on Twitter, and all I do is talk about Eve on Twitter. So if you're interested in that, go to @InferusTaylor. Anyway, so all the places you can find COG, twitch.tv/cultureofgaming. You're here now if you're watching this. youtube.com/cultureofgaming. cultureofgaming.com, the primary site where you can find links to the community Discord, as aforementioned. Let's see, there's facebook.com/cultureofgaming. There's, follow us on Twitter @cog.net. I guess we have an Instagram too that's also the same handle, but I don't think anything is posted on there. All right, that's
a
fair.
bit slow this week. Well, in general.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, and of course this podcast recording will be uploaded on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, all sorts of podcast sites. So check us out there, and I have been your host. I was joined by some incredible people this week, and we will see you all next week, hopefully regularly scheduled time. Thank you all for watching.